hope it's taken in the right spirit. पहले दिन से सितंबर 3, 2017 से one of the points I've been trying to emphasize is that we need to deal with the skill sets in the construction industry. आप किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट को शुरू करना चाहते हो, आप प्राइवेट सेक्टर से हो, जहाँ से भी, and you advertise for people who will come in to construct the project by division of skills, and you will find something which should be the other way around. For the totally unskilled part of the work, you will get a very large number of applicants. जो थोड़ी भी skill चाहिए हो, depending on the nature of the skill that you are advertising, you get a few. The minute you move into higher skill concentration, especially at a time when technology is determining the nature of your project, you find that people are absent. This is the norm. This we should have understood long back. But this is not the case in every case. There are people in the private sector who are constructing large projects, and they are also investing in the training of the required professional skill sets. But that has not spread to the industry horizontally across. So I'm very, very pleased today that my colleagues in the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs have decided to catch the bull by the horn, if I may be allowed to use that expression. देखिए, skills and productivity, I think Rajesh ji बता रहे थे, you know, there is an old expression, and please don't misunderstand me, I know it makes a if you pay peanuts, you get what? I won't say it, because then you'll say minister said this. But I think I've got the message across. The difficulty I find is a lot of people who say कि अगर सस्ते में normal तरीके से काम हो सकता है, तो why do you want to invest in this thing? So I think the Prime Minister saw that right in the beginning. और मैं नया मंत्री बना था, तो उन्होंने ये निर्णय लिया कि वो एक पूरे साल को हाउसिंग सेक्टर, कंस्ट्रक्शन, टेक्नोलॉजी चैलेंज ईयर, एक साल पे we worked on this. After which, if I remember correctly, I'm digressing from my speech, which will be available on the net. क्या किया हमने? कोई 53 technologies we shortlisted, and then that was demonstrated because the Prime Minister decided, and we implemented. And I can tell you, this is what happens when a government like this works. एक साल में 6 लाइट हाउस प्रोजेक्ट्स, हर एक में 1000 आवास be made in record time using the latest technology and sustainable green technologies, making world-class buildings. So it is doable. So my request to all of you, those who are in the private sector, those who are in industry association, you make up your mind. I have a feeling that those who don't come on board are just going to be left behind. I had the privilege yesterday of being present when the Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated the integrated, what is the exact name, transit corridor. प्रगति मैदान 6 अलग-अलग जगह से कैसे ट्रैफिक आता है, उसको इंटीग्रेट करके सारा ट्रैफिक. So it was a demonstration of what an excellent project can achieve within a stipulated period of time, within all the other constraints. वो हमारे एक दिल्ली के बड़े वरिष्ठ नेता हैं, वो 1 महीना पहले उनको कहीं से पता लग गया कि ये प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हुआ, वहाँ से चक्कर लगा लिया, उन्होंने अपने फोटो भी खिंचवा लिया, और जनरली सेंडिंग ए प्रोजेक्शन वो पंजाब में 1 महीने के अंदर ही उन्होंने पता नहीं कितने 18 करोड़ या 20 करोड़ का अपना एडवर्टाइजमेंट कर दिया. तो कल मैं जब जा रहा था तो मैंने अपने सचिव जी से पूछा, मैंने कहा ये तो खर्चा तो हमने दिया था ना, इसका कहाँ से आया? अर्बन डेवलपमेंट फंड से आया, हमारे मंत्रालय से आया। 930 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट था जिसमें 80% we were supposed to pay, but we expected them to pay 20%. So I asked him a question, was that 20% forthcoming? I don't need to give you the answer because you know it. फोटो खिंचवाने के लिए तो पहुंच गए, चक्कर वक्कर लगा लिया। और I asked the distinguished members of the fourth estate who are here, how is it nobody writes about that? Is that advertisement which comes from these people so important that a fundamental requirement that you are supposed to do, that they have not been carrying out their obligation? Nobody writes about it. So we have world-class mohalla clinics which collapsed during the pandemic. We have the world's finest example in education, to which you bring a former Secretary General of the UN, whom I happen to know very well. And you have people going at the UN and talking about world-class health and middle-class education, whereas those of us who live here know what this is all about. So I'm saying, where the central government has stepped in and produced a template, which is here. Pradhanmantri ji kal wo defense complex ka zikr kar rahe the. And he was saying how somehow political narrative is sought to be created. हमें सेंट्रल विस्टा एवेन्यू की आपने बात की, मैं आपको कुछ चीजें बताना चाहता हूँ सेंट्रल विस्टा एवेन्यू पे. Every morning, secretary and me, his predecessor, all the other people involved, we get up in the morning, and those of us who say our prayers, I think at the back of our mind must be कि एक प्रोजेक्ट कहाँ से, आपने तो बात की स्किल्ड लेबर कहाँ से आएगा. That's because you have not looked at the skilling part properly. पर ये भी कोटा से स्टोन आएगा, कहाँ से आएगा, etc. But the fact of the matter is we've got it done. In spite of heavy rains, I think in spite of all the impediments, Central Vista Avenue will be opened in the next few days. And if you look at the scope of the work done, if you look at what can be achieved, now I come to the more important, Parliament building. I was expressing, one newspaper has something called an adda. Somebody asked me a question. I should have been a little more generous in answering, but I think the question itself, was it necessary to construct this building, Central Vista Avenue, Central Vista, the Parliament, is it necessary and to spend so much money during the pandemic? तो पहला सवाल तो ये उठता है कि आपको पता भी है कितना पैसा खर्च हो रहा है उसमें, उसका पता नहीं है. और पैंडेमिक का इस चीज के साथ क्या रिश्ता है? आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड if during the construction work which was undertaken during the pandemic period we had not taken sufficient precautions to make sure that the workers had totally insulated, vaccinated, excellent living conditions. We got it done. So what would you rather have us do? Would you have us stop the project so that little earning that is possible in projects? And my question is, why do the social activists of all the construction work which was going on in Delhi only pick on Central Vista? हमारी कंपनीज वर्ल्ड क्लास हैं कि नहीं है? 100% वर्ल्ड क्लास है. मैं जब नया मंत्री बना तो मेरा जब निर्माण भवन में, इस मंत्रालय में जो मेरा ऑफिस है, जब मैंने कहा भाई दुनिया भर में हम कहते हैं कि हम फाइनेस्ट कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, दीवारों पे पुट द लार्ज पिक्चर्स ऑफ द आइकॉनिक प्रोजेक्ट्स वी हैव डन. And I could change that exhibition every 6 months, and perhaps we should, but we'll move to the new Central Vista buildings. There is so much here that we can be proud of. Such excellent global standards are set by our people, construction here and outside. Why do we allow the average to be determined by the lowest common denominator? वो मेरे को समझ नहीं आता. So I'm very, very happy, Sanjay, that under the NULM, I have a lot of nice things to say about NULM, which will be in my remarks. National Urban Livelihood Mission, what they've done in other areas, self-help groups, they've produced an entire ecosystem. But I'm very happy that in the crucial area of construction, and the construction sector accounts for a significant proportion of our GDP, it is a significant contributor to employment. When I pick up narratives and I say, my God, somebody wants to burn something with job, Do you have any idea how many jobs are being created? हमने एक स्टडी करवाई थी, किससे करवाई थी? वो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में कि 1000 आवास अगर बनाए जाए तो कितनी सीमेंट लगता है, कितना स्टील लगता है और कितने लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलती है. Just have a look at that. At a time when you are constructing on an average 700 to 900 square meters of urban space every year, which is one of the largest construction things going on anywhere in the world, which is equivalent to a Chicago. There is so much we can be proud of and so much we can set by as best practice. So if these numbers, I don't know, you are telling me about numbers which I'm still not impressed, I want to multiply them by 10. You will skill the people, the skilled persons will get employment both here and abroad. I don't mind. That's central to our system. You provide the best of education, then he wants to go out, but he comes back. But at least the whole ecosystem is produced. So I think this is one of the finest initiatives, and I appeal to all of you, please don't look at it in terms of your silos. To be a good corporate citizen, look at what my OMCs are doing in the area of energy. Well, they don't have under recovery, but they're still making diesel environment. I want everybody, including the private sector, to follow that, because, you know, if the country grows, you grow. And this is a sector, I think, which is a game changer. Let me give you, I have some builder friends here, they are privy to some conversations I have. आप दिल्ली का नक्शा देखिए, 1947 में दिल्ली की जनसंख्या थी 8 लाख. जो हमारा पहला सेंसस है 1951 के आसपास का होगा. उस समय दिल्ली की पॉपुलेशन वाज सोन एज 22 लाख. वो कहां से आए बाकी 8 लाख और 22 लाख का जो फर्क? वो हमारे प्रीवियस जनरेशन थे, रेफ्यूजी आए थे बंटवारे के समय जब देश आजाद हुआ. आप अगला जो हमारा सेंसस होगा, कितनी होगी दिल्ली की पॉपुलेशन? 2 करोड़. Area is the same, but look what you're doing. Because I used the word liberalization, what I meant was autonomous urbanization. Because India is the world's largest democracy, it's a robust democracy. जिसका मूड आए आज उठ के यहाँ से आप Tier 2 सिटी में जा सकते हैं, Tier 2 सिटी से आप यहाँ आ सकते हैं. And the Prime Minister made a very, very fundamental point at the inauguration of this ITPO tunnel yesterday. इसे देखिए, आप अर्बनाइजेशन को हमेशा हम समझते थे किसी और की समस्या, और मैं समझता हूं 2014 से पहले, and I have written about this, the urban space was subjected to neglect, and I used the word in an article, criminal neglect. But the Prime Minister said, adopt it as an opportunity, and that's what we've done. सारी जो हमारी केंद्रीय योजनाएं हैं, 2004 से 14 तक के 10 साल का वो पीरियड देखिए, टोटल 1,57,000 करोड़ 10 साल का पीरियड. हमारी मोदी जी की सरकार की केंद्रीय योजनाएं कंसीव हुई 2014 में, पर ये आरंभ हुई 2015 के जून में. जून 2015 से अभी तक लिखिए 8 गुना, 1,57,000 करोड़ से चढ़ के 12 लाख करोड़ स्पेंड हुआ, और दबा के कर रहे हैं. वी आर लुकिंग एट अर्बनाइजेशन एज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी, जिसमें दिल्ली में देख लीजिए, अपार्ट फ्रॉम वो जिसने मुझे प्रश्न पूछा था, मैं सॉरी आई डाइग्रेस फ्रॉम दैट, जरूरत क्या थी? अरे भाई, ये जो हमारे गवर्नेंस की बिल्डिंग्स हैं, नॉर्थ ब्लॉक, साउथ ब्लॉक, राष्ट्रपति भवन, ये रहेंगी, पुरानी पार्लियामेंट भी रहेगी, बट दीज वर कंसीव्ड इन 1916. काम इन पे शुरू हुआ 1919 में. They were never meant to be the central vista of an independent country. That independent country is reaching the 75th year of its independence. And people still get up and ask, ये क्यों बना रहे हैं? अरे आज के लिए नहीं बना रहे भैया, अगले 250 साल के लिए बना. इतना पैसा, कितना पैसा पार्लियामेंट में, बिल्डिंग में टेंडर्ड कॉस्ट कितना था? 900 करोड़. क्या बोल रहे हैं? So people just get up. जब मैं ये सेंट्रल विस्टा एवेन्यू पे जा रहा था, एक्टिविस्ट ने कहा सारे पेड़ उखाड़ दिए, ये हो गया, जामुन पेड़ चढ़े गए. तो मैं कुछ पत्रकारों को साथ ले गया, वहां गए. वो तो सवाल तो पूछना चाहते थे, वो जामुन पेड़ जो उखड़ गए थे. तो मैंने कहा आप में से सवाल क्यों नहीं पूछ रहा कोई? सवाल कैसे पूछे? वो लगे थे जामुन पे, trees were in full what do you say, bloom or fruiting. So this is it. We end up creating false narrative. So I'm delighted that a sector which is doing well, every part of the sector are picking up, where for the first time when I became a minister we got a regulator. ये भी हैरानगी की बात है. पहले क्या होता था, बिल्डर लोगों से, प्लीज आई एम नॉट पॉइंटिंग अ फिंगर एट एनीवन, जनरली दिस व्हाट्स हैपन, पैसे कलेक्ट कर लिए और कोई बायर नेवर लुक्ड एट द फाइन प्रिंट, और वो पैसा जो कलेक्ट किया था उसको लैंड बैंक में लगा दिया, सबने लैंड बैंक में लगा दिया, प्राइस केम डाउन. नाउ वी ब्रॉट इन अ रेगुलेटर. रेरा इंश्योर्स that all money collected for a particular project, 70% has been to be put in an escrow account and used for that. Everybody say construction बंद, बड़े sabotage करने की कोशिश की हमारे अंदर से. जब रेरा की इसमें history should be written, but the Prime Minister held firm, the reform was carried out, and today other than some residual issues, आज मेरे को किसी ने मैसेज भेजा कि आपने पिछली जो सेंट्रल एडवाइजरी कमेटी की मीटिंग कुछ निर्णय लिया. स्किल्स का काम है in a professional focused way, and it will be scaled up. Whoever wants to join us will join us, but as long as I'm minister, जो आपके आंकड़े हैं, I'm confident the next time we meet I'll tell you that we've done a lot of very interesting things, like what is it called, tulip. We say we have a lot of graduates. People tell us that they don't have people working in urban local bodies. Said employ these graduates, engineers who are there. So a lot of innovative work is taking place. Technology is being used, and technology and the kind of political will and commitment we have to the sector will result in benefits for skilling. And this is just one program. Heartiest congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much.